And, I think for the first part of the season, a fair number of games, I think we were a pretty stingy team with that collective effort, especially on the defensive side of the puck. And I think we've lost a little bit of that, just attention to detail and just collective play, cooperative play as a group. It's a whole lot more difficult, to beat collective effort than it is to beat isolated effort. And I think, we're not quite connected like we were, and that's what we got to get back to.
Was that a weakness that you saw last year coaching against this team? You've been on both sides. Is it
Yeah,
similarities?
I'm not going to discuss last year. I wasn't here. It would be irresponsible of me I think to comment on last year. I can only tell you what I see here and the observations I have with this group now.
And with that, we talked about frustration, but at a certain point, do you want to see more anger from the guys? Like, you can obviously sense the frustration and maybe the lack of confidence, but not as much maybe anger.
Yeah, well, so what do you suggest and what are you implying?
Just some sort of pushback or fight. Not like physically Trump wasn't fighting, but
Well, when you look at the start of the second period, I thought, starting from the first shift, there was a lot of initiation of contact to start that period. For the first 5 minutes of that period, started with JT, the very first shift. If that's what you're asking, if you're implying, embracing contact, physical play. Listen, we've gone through a rash of emotions. There's been tons of anger. There's been we've run through the gamut of emotions here, trying to right this thing and get it going in the right direction. And we'll continue to try to solve it. There's no easy answers. We've got to work hard. We got to work together. We got to stick together. We got to stay together, and we got to compete together. And that's what we're going to do.